Welcome into the video. I'm your tech guy Wayne, and today I'm bringing you my full new user guide on the Samsung Galaxy A26. This is basically a compilation of all the videos I've shot on the Samsung A26. They're going to help you with learning your new phone. So you're going to first start with the A26 for beginners video, and we'll go over all the basic things you'll need to know. From there, we'll go into all the tips and tricks, show you all the more advanced things you can do with the phone. From there, we'll go into our camera tips and tricks. From there, we'll go into how to install a memory card. From there, we'll go into how to take a screenshot and print. Then I'll show you what to do if your screen freezes or ever stops working properly. And then we'll end the video with how to factory reset your phone. So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you don't miss any important information. And without further ado, let's get right into it. On the left side of the phone here, there are no buttons, but you will find your SIM card tray, and this is where you can plug in a micro SD card if you'd like to expand the storage. It's also where your carrier SIM card goes. On the right side of the phone, you'll find your volume up, volume down, and your power/standby button. And now this is also your fingerprint reader, and you can use this to unlock the phone just by touching the reader here. And again, we'll set that up later on. The button serves multiple purposes. Now at the bottom of the phone, you'll find the charging port. Now this phone uses a USB-C charging type, USB-C, and I'll link on screen here to some charger recommendations. Obviously this phone will come with the cable, but it will not come with the wall brick, the part that actually goes into the wall. So check out that recommendation on screen. That's an Anchor charger, and that one works great. I recommend it. I use it with a lot of my phones. You'll notice this phone does not have a auxiliary port, which is what you would use to plug in traditional wired headphones. Now, there is an adapter you can purchase. It is a USB-C to aux adapter. I'll also link that on screen right here. You can use that to plug in and still use your traditional headphones with the phone. So those are all the buttons on the exterior of the phone. Now let's get into how do we actually unlock the phone and get into it. So if you tap the home screen 2 times, it should wake up the screen. Sometimes you gotta press a little harder. This will wake up and take you to what is called the lock screen. And on this screen, you'll take your finger and you simply want to just drag it up the screen. By doing that, you will unlock the phone and it will take you to what's called your home screen. Now, one important note, we don't have a passcode set up yet on the phone, so that's why we can just swipe to get into the phone. But once we set a passcode, when you try to swipe, it will take you to a screen that will ask you to enter a code before you can actually get into the phone. So again, we'll go over that later, but I just want to give you the expectation that what we're seeing right now is a phone that doesn't have a code, and it'll look a little different once we set the code. So this is our home screen. And there's 3 buttons on the screen that you'll be using to navigate the phone. First, we'll start with the home button, which is in the center. And all this button does is take you back to this screen. So if you ever open up one of these little icons here, it's going to take you into the programs or the apps of the phone. And if you want to get back to this screen, you press this button. Now, throughout the video, I'll be using the term apps, and I want to explain what that is. So computers use programs, and smartphones use applications, or apps for short. So if you ever hear me say apps, I'm just referring to the little programs or the little apps of the phone. Now on the home screen here, let's go over just a couple of these apps so you are familiar. This is our phone app. We use this to make calls, and we'll go over calls later on in the video. This is our text messaging app. We use this to send and receive text messages. This is our web browser. It's called Google Chrome. You'll use this to go on the internet and search for things and go to websites. This is our camera app, and this is what you'll use to take pictures. We'll go over that in a later section of the video as well. This is the Play Store icon, and this is what you'll use to download new apps. If you want to download Uber or a solitaire game or any other fun apps that you've heard of, it all runs through the Play Store. And then this is a folder that has different Google apps. So your Gmail app, which is for checking your email, your Maps, which is for getting directions and seeing where you are, YouTube, Google Drive, this is your online cloud storage, your YouTube Music. So these are just other apps that are on the phone. And when you, on the home screen, if you drag up the screen or you swipe up, this will take you to all the other apps that are currently on the phone right now. and there's 2 pages of apps. This is the gallery. This is when you take a picture. This is where all the pictures are saved. So that's just where you'll find all the apps that are currently on the phone. Now, if I were to go into Google Chrome, which is the web browser, and I just want to go to a website, I can tap in the search box here and I can type in a website. Whenever you tap somewhere on the screen where you can type, your keyboard will automatically pop up and then you can just start typing. If I were to type in AOL.com, and obviously let's type it right, AOL.com, then I'm going to tap on this go button. This will take me to the website, AOL.com. That's how easy it is to go to a website. Now, you might go to AOL because you want to check the news for the day. And when you're finished, you want to go back to the home screen, you're going to tap on the home button. It'll take you here. So that's all this button does. It takes you back to the home screen. It does a few other things, but the primary purpose is just taking you to this screen. I'll have a separate video where I'll go over tips and tricks and I'll explain some of the other functions that work out of this button. Now on the right here, you'll have what is called the back button. Now what this does is it just takes you back one step. Now a good example of how this button works, let's go to our settings app. I'm going to swipe up on the home screen and look for the settings. This is our settings app here. Now let's say I go to connections and then I go to data usage because I just want to see how much data have I used on the phone. Okay, so I've gone into settings, I went to data usage. Cool, I was able to check. Now I want to go back one page. That's where I'll use my back button to just go back one page. And now we're in the connections page and I can swipe through and there's different things here. If I want to go back another page, I'm going to use the back button again. Now we're on the home screen of the settings app. Now guess what? If I'm finished with settings and I want to go back to the home screen, I can either tap my home button or I can tap the back button, because if I press it again and there's nowhere else to go, guess what? It's going to back me out of the app and take me wherever I was before I went in it. So that's all the back button does. It just helps you to navigate through the different pages and different apps on the phone. On the left side here, you'll have what's called the recent apps button. And what this will do is it will show you what apps you've previously used. We just used the settings app, so that one is still running in the background. We just used Google Chrome, that's running in the background, and this is our text messaging app and some other apps I was using before the video started. So I can easily jump back to an app I was using just by pressing recent apps. Let's see, let's swipe over. I want to go back to Google Chrome and I want to continue to look at the news in AOL. That's how easy it is to do it. Now, when I'm finished with Google Chrome and I want to close it, that's where this comes in handy as well. If you're ever in an app, if I'm here and I hit the home button, the app doesn't close. It continues to run in the background of the phone. That's why we need to press that recent apps, look at what's open, and if you're finished with this and you don't want to use it anymore, you can drag up or swipe up to close the app out totally. And you can do this for each one. You can also press close all, and this will close all the apps that are running at one time, and this will free up some of the space and all of the memory the phone is using to power those apps. That's a quick rundown of just what these 3 buttons do. These are your navigation buttons. Okay, next let's talk about what's called the notification panel. And basically when you're on the home screen and you swipe down or you drag down the screen, it'll bring up this menu. Now this will show your notifications. So this is if you get a new text message, an email, a missed call, they'll all show up in this menu here. What will also show up is app notifications. So you get a Facebook message or a WhatsApp message, Instagram, all that. They all show up in this menu here. This is how you manage all the information that is coming through your phone. And if you want to get more information, for example, I have this text message. If I want more information, I can tap and that'll take me right to the text messaging app where I can then follow up on that message and I can reply. One important thing to note, when you swipe down on the left side of the phone, it'll show notifications. But when you swipe down on the right, this brings up what is called your control panel. And this is how you control different functions on the phone, from your Wi-Fi, your Bluetooth, your flashlight, your airplane mode. There's a little dash here and you can drag down or swipe down and that will show you even more switches. So these are all shortcuts to the most frequently used settings on the phones. Usually if there's something you want to do, you check here first to see if it's here, and if not, you actually go to the settings app. Now, One thing to point out in the upper right corner here, you always have a shortcut to your settings right here. So I can tap on this little settings wheel and it will take me to the settings app. You also have your brightness adjustment bar here to make the phone brighter or make it dimmer. Now out of the box, just know the phone is set to auto adjust the brightness. So if you're in a room that's very bright, it will, adjust the screen. If you're in a dark room, it'll make those adjustments. So you don't normally have to control this or do too much, but if you need to, you can control it here. You have your volume control right here as well. Now this button here is how you control the sound on your phone. So if you need to quickly put your phone on vibrate, you would just tap on that little button there. It puts a slash over the speaker and that means your phone is now on vibrate. You press it again. Now the button is grayed out. That means that your sound is totally off. The phone is not going to ring or vibrate. It'll be totally silent. If we tap it again, guess what? Now it's lit up. That means that your sound is on. And now if a call comes in or a text message, you'll hear the phone make a noise. Okay. Right above it, you have the little moon. And this is for putting the phone in what's called dark mode. Dark mode changes the color of your icons and the color of the menu. It makes the menu dark like this. Some people prefer dark mode. It just depends on what you're going for. But by default, this is turned off. Now, dark mode does tend to use a little less battery, and that's one reason why people tend to keep it on. Now, the bottom here, you'll find controls for media if you're playing music or YouTube video, and you'll have some other switches down here. With smart things, you can control your TV if you have a Samsung TV. And here you have Smart View. You can use that to mirror your phone to a TV. So this is the control panel. Now I want to show you a really good tweak that you may want to make your phone easier to use. For those of you that have used a Samsung phone in the past, it didn't used to look this way. You didn't have one side for notifications. So if you want to make your phone look more like how Samsung phones used to look, you can do this. Tap on the pencil right at the top, and then you'll tap on panel settings. And then you just want to switch from separate to together, and that's it. Now, if we hit the back button and we hit done, now when you swipe down, this is what your menu will look like. You'll have the traditional switches at the top of the screen, and then the notifications are going to show up at the bottom. It won't be two separate menus, okay? So, and if you want to get to all the other controls, you'll just swipe down at the top and then it'll bring up that menu. So this is how it used to show on most Samsung phones, but it recently was changed with one of their updates. But that little tweak will take you right back to how things used to look. So that's the notification panel. Let's move into apps and a little bit more details of just things you'll need to know. So when you swipe up on the home screen, this takes you to what is called your app drawer. This is where you'll find all the apps that are on the phone. You'll also have some folders up here. There's a Samsung folder for Samsung apps. There's a Microsoft folder and there's a Google folder. So sometimes you can't find an app, it's just in one of the folders. At the bottom, you have a search bar that you can tap if you want to search for a specific app. This will help you as you begin to download a lot more apps. It'll be harder to find certain apps, but you can just tap on search. And I can type in YouTube, for example, and it'll take me right to the YouTube app. So you can use that to find any apps that you maybe can't see initially in the menu here. Now, if you want to download new apps, what you'll need to do is go to the Play Store. We briefly talked about this app earlier in the video, but the Play Store is basically the central hub where you download apps, paid apps or free apps, and it has a couple of other cool functions. So let's tap on the Play Store. Now, one important thing to note is you will need to be signed into a Google account in order to use the Play Store so that they can keep track of the apps that you purchase, and it also allows you to add a credit card to purchase apps that are not free. So I'm gonna tap on the sign in button, and here it'll take me to a page and allow me to put in my Gmail email address and password. Now, if you don't have a Google account, no problem. You simply tap on the create account button, and in a matter of 2 minutes, you can make a free Gmail account that you can then use to sign into the Play Store. All right, so now we're into the Google Play Store, and I want to show you how easy it is to download apps on your phone. At the bottom of the screen, you will find a search button and a magnifying glass. Simply tap on that, and then tap it one more time. This will pull up the keyboard and allow you to begin searching for apps. Now there's two ways to search for apps. Well, there's multiple ways, but one of the ways is by typing in the name of the app that you want to put on the phone. For example, if you wanted to put Uber on the phone, you can type in Uber just like this, and then hit the magnifying glass to search for the app. The other way, which I think is a bit funner, and this also works if you know the name of the app but you don't know how it's spelled, you can tap on the microphone in the upper right corner and just say the name of the app. DoorDash. Perfect. So we set the name, it searched it, and now it's brought up the DoorDash app. I can tap on DoorDash, and here I can get a preview of the app. I can tap on pictures, I can swipe through just to confirm I have the right app. Everything looks good. I'm going to hit my back button. And now I'm going to tap this blue install button, and that's going to begin to download the app to the phone, and then it will begin installing it. So that's it. That is the process to download an app. Now, one important thing to note, if this app was not free, this is what it would look like. So here's the Instacart app. Now this button where it says install, if this wasn't a free app, instead of it saying install, there would be a price. If you ever see a price in that box, that's letting you know this is a paid app, and you'll want to just confirm you have the right app, and then they will ask you to add a credit card to your account before you can download the app. If you ever buy an app that's not free, you have 10 minutes to try the app out, and if it doesn't work, you can always find the app again in the Play Store, and this button will say refund. For the first 10 minutes you purchasing the app, you'll have an option to refund it, and after that 10 minutes, then this button will no longer say refund. So that's just an FYI. So we just downloaded the app. How do we find the app on our phone? We're going to hit the home button. We're going to swipe up, swipe to the left, and there is our DoorDash app. So just that easy, we were able to download that app, and that's just one example. Maybe you want to download a new solitaire game or a Sudoku game. There are over 2 million apps in the App Store, and so you can just simply search. You can type in solitaire or word search, and you'll get apps recommended to you from that search. Let's move into how to make the text size larger on the phone. So to do this, you'll want to swipe down from the top of the screen. In the upper right corner, you're going to tap on this little settings wheel. And from here, we're going to swipe up to display. And then swipe up to font size and style. And here it will allow you to adjust the size to make the words larger and easier for you to read. You'll simply need to drag this little dot to the right or just tap to the right of it. And here it will show you a preview of what the size of the text will look like. So I can keep ticking over and you can see how the text is getting bigger. You'll notice that these words will also get larger and the title will get larger. So everything is getting large at the same time. And let's say you're like, oh, this is a good size. I like this. Next, we'll hit the home button. You'll notice that all your names underneath the apps are larger. If I go to text messages, the size of the text is much larger now. So a lot of things will get bigger. Now, one disclaimer, if I go to Google Chrome, some things will be larger, but not everything. So for example, on the AOL website, everything is still the same size. So just know that the size of the text for phone menus and apps, those will get larger, but on Google Chrome, the size will be the same. However, if you want to make the size of the text larger, you'll need to put your 2 fingers on the screen and pinch out like this. And then more so, this is just allowing you to zoom in to see things closer. That's one way you can get the text to be a little bit bigger. All right. Now, I want to go back to the settings to continue to play around with the size of the text. I'm going to hit my recent apps button and swipe over, and here I'm able to get right back to the settings and to the page where we were controlling the size of the font. You can also tap on bold font and that'll make the words thicker. You can also change the type of font to make it something that maybe is easier on the eyes. So those are just a few recommendations on how to change the size of the text. I'm going to reset it back to what it was before. And I want to show you one other thing in this same category of just making the phone larger and easier to read. Let's hit our back button one more time. And I want to swipe up and go to advanced features and then swipe up again. We're going to go all the way to the bottom of the phone where it says easy mode and tap on easy mode. Now, this is a great setting if you happen to be setting the phone up for someone who is a first-time smartphone user and they just need the phone to be as simple and easy as possible. You can turn on the easy mode. Now, when you turn this on, it's going to change the layout of the home screen and make all the text much larger and easier to read. Watch this. Let me hit the home button. So on the home button, there's much less apps. There's just internet, gallery, and camera, and calls and text message. And now you have a button that you can use to get right to the apps. So everything is bigger. There's a magnifying glass that'll be on the home screen. And there is a page. So if you're on the main page here, if you swipe to the right, there's a page that has shortcuts to your contacts. You can simply tap on the plus, and then it will allow you to add phone numbers as a contact. Once you add those contacts, then you'll be able to simply tap on that person's contact and call them or text them. So this is a really easy way to set the phone up, but it's not for everyone. So I always want to show it so you guys have the option. And if you want to turn it off later, it's really easy to do. You'll need to tap on the app drawer button here and swipe over, go to settings. And from here, we'll just toggle easy mode off and things will be reset to the way it was. So that is how you change the size of the text and a few other tweaks to make the phone easier to use. All right, now let's go over how to make calls and how to answer the phone when someone calls you. In the bottom left corner, you'll find the phone app. And here, if you want to make a call, you're going to tap on the keypad button and you'll type in the phone number you want to call. Here we go. And then we'll tap on the green button to start the call. And you'll see here, you'll have your speakerphone button to play the call on speaker. Got your mute here. If you want to add someone to the call, you can tap on that plus button here under add call and then type in a new phone number to basically get two people online at the same time. And when you're done with the call, you're going to tap on that red button to basically end the call. Okay. Now, if you want to check your voicemail, you'll notice on keypad, right under the number 1, this is the voicemail icon here. So if you press and hold number 1, it'll automatically call your voicemail. All right. Now, here's what it looks like when someone calls you. I'm going to initiate a call right now so you can see it come through. All right, so a call is coming through here. If you want to answer, take your finger, put it on the green button, and you need to drag up like this. That's how you answer the call. And same thing, all the buttons are going to be the same. And when you're all done, you hit the red button to end the call. Now, if a call comes through and you don't want to answer the call, here's what that looks like. So we'll initiate that call again. Same thing, take your finger and you'll drag up on the red button. You can also do this. You can, at the bottom, it'll say send message. If you swipe up where it says send message, it'll decline the call, but it will also let you send a follow-up message. So you can say, please text me. Can you call back later? I'll call you back. So if I send this, it's going to basically decline the call, but it will also send a message to that person as well, letting them know you can't talk right now. That's what calls look like. Now, if you're not using the phone and a call comes through, it's going to look the same. I'm going to initiate that call one more time. There we go. So swipe through to cancel. So that is the process to make a phone call and also how to answer the phone when someone calls. Now let's transition into how to send text messages. Right here, that button right next to the phone button, this is your messages button here. Now the first thing you'll see is your inbox, and this will have all your current messages. So here are a couple of messages here. Here's another message right here. If I tap on it, I can get in, I can scroll through and see the whole conversation. You'll always have a shortcut right at the top to call that person if you want to call them. If you want to send a message, you'll tap where it says text message. This will bring up your keyboard and allow you to begin typing a message. Hi, and then you'll tap on this button. This is your send button. This will send off the message. Now, if you tap on the plus here, this will give you some other options. For example, if you want to send a picture that you just took, you can tap on gallery. And here it'll usually show pictures that you've already taken on the phone, or you can tap on this little bottom window here and you can take a picture right now that you can then attach to your message. So right here, my camera is open, and if I tap on a little white dot, it'll begin to take pictures and then attach them right to the email. And then I can hit that button to send it off. You also have this little button right here. If you hold down this button, you can actually send a voice message. So right now I'm talking, hello, good morning, how are you? And it's gonna record it as an audio file. I can tap on this little play button here. Send a voice message. So right now and then I can play it back. So instead of sending text, you can just send a voice message instead, okay? Now, if you tap on text message here, there's a couple other things that are cool. If you tap on the microphone in the bottom right corner, or bottom left corner, excuse me, you can use this to use what's called a voice to text, which means you can say the message and it will type it out for you. You'll tap on while using the app, you'll agree. Hey, good morning, I hope you're having a great day. Call me when you get a minute. Tap the microphone to stop it from listening, and that way it just typed in everything I said, and now I can just hit the button to go ahead and send it off. So this is essentially how you communicate through a message. Now, if I hit the back button 2 times, it'll take me out of there and take me back to the inbox. If I want to start a new message, I can tap on this button here, and then I can type in a new phone number or a name of someone who's in my contacts. I'm going to type in this number here. Now, you'll notice here it says Jim Jones because this number is already saved into my contacts, so I can simply tap right here and then it will start a new message with Jim Jones. And then I can just tap in the box that says text message, and then I can start typing out the message. So that's just a very brief rundown of how the text messaging app works. And we'll hit the home button. Now, one thing you'll notice too, sometimes there's a red number that will show up on the top of the messaging app. If you ever see that red number, that's telling you that you have new text messages. And so you'll want to tap on the app to be able to check the message. Okay, next, let's go over how to secure your phone by setting a passcode. Now, you're going to swipe down from the top of the screen. Remember, in the upper right corner, you're going to find that little settings wheel. Tap on the settings wheel. Let's swipe up, and we're going to go to security and privacy. From here, tap on screen lock and biometrics. And these are the different options you will have to secure your phone. Now, the 2 most common methods are going to be with a PIN and with a pattern. If you do a PIN, you're allowed to select up a 4 to 6 digit number combination. And if you do a pattern, you can basically draw a pattern that is used to unlock the phone. Now, I'm going to do a pattern for this because it's a bit easier, and it looks like this. You'll get this grid that will have these 9 dots, and you can just draw a pattern. I like to do something simple like an L, or you can go all the way elaborate like this. It's up to you. Let's retry. For the sake of the demonstration, I'm just going to make it an L just like this. That's our pattern. That's it. We're going to hit continue. I'm going to draw it a second time, and now it's going to lock that in when I hit confirm. And now I have that set up on the phone to help secure it. Now I'm going to hit done, hit the home button, and I'm going to press the power button here to go ahead and put the phone to sleep. And if I press it again and I try to drag my finger up the screen to unlock it, it's now going to ask for me to draw that pattern in order to be able to unlock the phone. So I'll just simply draw just like that, and that easy, we're now into the phone. So that's how you set a passcode. Now, the next level of this is to set up the fingerprint reader, which is done through the fingerprint sensor on the power button. So let's go back to settings, swipe down from the top, tap on the settings wheel. And from here, we're going to go back to security and privacy and go to screen lock and biometrics. We'll need to put in that pattern first. And now we can come down to the bottom where it says biometrics. You can program your fingerprint and also a face print or face recognition as well. I'm just going to do a fingerprint for the sake of this video. We're going to hit continue, register, and then you'll want to pick up the phone and you'll want to begin tapping the power button, just like this. So just take your finger and press down and lift. And you'll want to keep doing this, but every time you press your thumb down, you'll want to slightly move it so that it can get a better read on your finger. Try to hold the phone in the way that you would normally hold it. The more natural you can hold the phone, the better, because you have to think when you actually grab your phone and try to do this, you want to make sure your reader is programmed to your thumb in the most natural way, so it has a better chance of reading. Right now I'm just lifting my thumb and just putting it down, and you just keep going until you get to 100%. Now, once it programs, the next thing you'll want to do is program a second finger on a different hand. Why is this? Well, if this hand is wet or has grease on it, guess what? The phone is not going to read it properly. So I always say program a finger on each hand. That way, if you have something on one hand, you can easily grab the phone with the other, and then you'll be able to unlock the phone. So just that easy. Our fingerprint is now scanned into the phone, and you can hit add right here to now switch hands and then program another finger. Okay. Now, here's how this works. Let's take the phone. I had to press one more time for the final lock in. Okay, now I'm going to lock the phone again, take my thumb and press it against the sensor. Now the cool part is you don't have to tap the screen to wake it up first. If the phone is asleep just like it is right now, I just tap the sensor and it will wake up the phone and take me right into the phone. So this is just an extra level of protection and also an easier way to unlock the phone, so you don't always have to put in that pattern. Now next, let's move on to how to set up your email accounts and how to use the email app. So first and foremost, there's a Google folder on the home screen. If you tap on that folder, you'll find your Gmail app. Now, some of you might say, I have a Gmail, but I have other email accounts. I want to put them all on the phone. Well, good news, with the Gmail app, you can actually program multiple email accounts into the app, and you can program non-Gmail accounts as well, which most people don't know. Right here, if I tap add another email, it'll show you all the email types that are supported from Outlook, Hotmail, Yahoo, Exchange, etc. So one thing that people tend to run into is if you select the other option, maybe you have an AOL email address or you have an spcglobal.net. Sometimes it's a bit harder to program those email accounts. Like the app will ask you for additional information that the average person doesn't have. So I want to show you a little trick. If for whatever reason you're not able to sign into one of your email accounts using the other email option. For these, it's going to be easy. You're going to select the right option, put in the email address, put in the password, and it'll take you right in. But for the other option, that's where things get tricky. So here's what you can do. Hit the home button, go to the Google Play Store, which is right here. Tap on the search button twice to bring up our keyboard. In the bottom left corner, tap on this little number, this little symbol button in the bottom left corner, and tap on the @ symbol and just type in the back half of your email address. So if whatever your email address is at AOL.com, you're going to type in at AOL.com and then hit the search button in the bottom right corner. This will then show you all the apps that are compatible with that email type. Samsung even has their own email app as well that you can download and use. The easiest one I would say for AOL is just the AOL app. You can simply tap install, download AOL's app, and you can sign into your email using their app. And that's it. Tap open, put in your information, and now you can add that account. So if you have any obscure email types that are not the generic Hotmail, Live, Yahoo, this is a shortcut or trick that you can use to help you in accessing email for those accounts. Let's hit the home button. I'm going to go into the Gmail app and just give you a quick walkthrough of how the app works. I already have one Gmail account that is signed into this phone. I'm going to tap take me into Gmail, and this is our inbox here. Now, a couple important things to note. Gmail has their software that basically sifts through your emails and it organizes them based on categories. So in the upper left corner, if you tap on this menu here, you'll notice your emails are going to be sorted by primary, promotions, social, and updates. So promotional emails are like emails from Google Fit, Samsung. These are emails that are more so advertisements. So these are moved into a different folder to kind of help free up your inbox and keep it focused on things that are really important. So just know you may find some of your emails there. You have a social folder, which is for like your social media, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. All those are going to be pushed into a separate place so you can read those here. And then you have an updates folder as well. And this is usually, it's still sort of promotional, but you'll see other things like if you have a shipment that's coming, you might see the tracking information in this area. So just know your inbox is sorted by those 4 categories. Now, if you don't like that and you just want to see all your emails unfiltered, you'll want to come all the way down to all mail, and this will not filter the emails. It'll show you every single email, and you'll have a lot more to go through, but you won't miss any important emails. And for some of you guys, that might just be the best way to do it. Now, if you want to open an email, you tap on it, you look through it. It's just that easy. When I'm done, I can choose to archive it, which is moving it out of the inbox, but it's saving it. It's kind of moving it to a folder called archived emails that you may want to access later. But if you say, I don't ever want to see this email again because it will no longer be important, well then tap on this trash can and just delete the email and it's done. Now, if you were going to try to go through every single email that way, this would take a very long time. So a shortcut to delete lots of emails at one time is to tap on this little icon to the left. I know for sure I don't want to see these emails again. I'm not going to be using these. I'll just hit a check next to each one, tap on the trash can, and I can delete a couple at one time. So that's a little trick. Now, if you want to write an email, tap on the compose button. And from here, you'll type in who the email address is to. I'm going to put james@gmail.com. just as an example. And then from here in the subject, I'm going to just type in hi and then hello. I can attach a picture or a document by tapping on the paper clip at the top of the screen here. And here it gives me the options: photos, camera, files, drive. I could tap on photos, just select one of these pictures and tap add. And now it's going to attach this picture to the email. And when I'm ready to send it, I can tap on this little button here to send off the email. So that's how easy it is to just send off an email, and we'll hit the home button because we're all done. So that's just a brief rundown of how to use the Gmail app. And next, let's move into how to use the camera, how to take pictures, and just some good information you'll want to know for that. So we're in the camera. Right now it's looking through the rear camera. That's why it's dark. If I tap on this button, this will rotate the camera to the front. So this is how easy it is to jump from the front to the rear camera. You have this button here that will basically allow you to zoom out a bit. You can kind of toggle between close-up or wide shots. Obviously this button is for taking pictures. To the left here, you'll see a preview of whatever picture you just took. So you can quickly just scroll through and see if you like the picture or if you want to take more. If you want to take a video, you can swipe left on the screen. Or at the bottom, you'll see the little titles. So we have video, we have photo, portrait, and fun. So 4 different categories there. So swiping will also take you through that menu. You can tap on this menu button here as well, and this will give you some more options. You can change how the pictures are going to show. Right now it's a 9:16 ratio, but I can change the ratio here to a 1:1, which is ideal for Instagram, or even a full-size picture as well. And then you have a bunch of other things. You can change the resolution for video here. You can control the exposure. You can also do an auto framing for it to help you find the best spot to do focusing, and access more camera settings here. That's a rundown of just how the camera works. When you record a video, obviously you'll see the red dot in the middle. That's how you'll know you're on video. If you tap on this white button here, it'll let you snap still pictures while it records video. And when you're done, simply hit the stop button. Now, if you want to access those pictures later, we're going to hit the home button, swipe up, and go to our gallery app, which is right here. And this is where you'll find all the pictures and videos that we've taken. Album here, it'll sort the pictures by different categories from the camera, what's come through as a message. If you download something, it'll show up here. If you take a screenshot, it'll show up in a separate folder. So this will just organize everything for you. And then stories will organize the pictures into stories once you get a lot of pictures in your gallery. So that's a rundown of just how the camera is used. One last thing I want to show you. If you want to take really great pictures, when you're holding the phone, you always want to tap on your main subject. By you tapping, it's going to adjust the lighting specifically for your subject. So like watch this here. I want to really focus in on this leaf here. So I'm going to tap, and then you'll see it focusing and you'll see the lighting adjust. Now, if you ever tap in an area of the picture that's dark, that's how you get the photo to be brighter. If you tap on a bright area, then it will dim down. So notice here, it's going to dim it down. Here, it's going to darken it. That's how you adjust. And then you can lock in the focus by basically putting your finger on the spot and holding for 1 second, and it'll actually lock the focus into that one spot. There's a lot you can do, but really just tapping on your subject is the best thing you can do to take really great pictures. Number 1, how to use 2 apps at one time. First, open up the first app that you want to have at the top of the screen. I'm going to have YouTube at the top. So we'll open up YouTube. Then I'm going to hit the recent apps button right here, swipe over and tap on the YouTube icon at the top, and tap on open split screen view, and then this pop-up will show up at the bottom, and then you can go through and select another app to have at the bottom of the screen. Now let's say you want to have YouTube at the top, and at the bottom you like to have your web browser like Google Chrome. Let's find Google Chrome right here, open it up, and now I can go ahead and select a video to play. So this video is going to play at the top, and I can also tap on this box here to just shrink down the video, and then right here I can scroll through Google Chrome and basically be just browsing whatever website I would like while this video is playing. You can also take the phone and rotate it in the landscape position. Now make sure, sometimes it takes a few seconds for it to do the switch, but there it is. I can even double tap on the 3 buttons in the center here to switch it, and what's on the left will move to the right. And then when you're all done and you want to get out of the split screen, simply take your fingers and drag them to the right, and that will take you out of the split screen. You can also save the pair of apps that you have open. This is also pretty cool, so watch. Okay, let's pause the video, tap on our recent apps, and go back and open split screen view again. Open up Chrome again. Now let's say this is a pair of apps that you plan to use in split screen a lot. Tap on the 3 dots in the center and tap on the star. When you do that, you have the option to save this pair. So next time you want to open up YouTube in Chrome, you can open it with just 1 button versus having to go through the whole process. So tap home screen, and now if we hit the home screen, we have this saved as a pair. So if I ever want to open up YouTube in Chrome again, I just tap on this shortcut and it'll open up both apps in 1 tap, which is awesome. Now, one important thing you'll need to activate as well, go swipe down from the top of the screen and tap on the settings wheel. From here, we're going to go up to the advanced features and then lab, and make sure you turn on multi-window for all apps. The reason for this is now every single app is going to work in that split screen view. If you don't enable that, then certain apps will not work with that split view. So you want to make sure you activate that. Now, number 2, you have this little gray dash on the edge of the screen here. That's kind of hard to see, but basically by swiping into the gray edge, you'll bring up what is called your app edge. This is a really cool and useful shortcut where you can add the apps that you use the most to help you get to them faster. So there are a few that are pre-selected, but we can change that list by tapping on this pencil in the bottom corner. So maybe you say, I'd rather not have my calendar, and I'd rather not have my clock. Instead, I want to have Facebook, and I want to have my calculator, and let's put Gmail. Okay, so we have 6 apps there right now. Now, if you keep adding apps, it will actually add 2 columns. So if I add maps, now it has split it, and now we have 2 columns of apps. So it just depends on how you want it to look and how many apps you want to save in that shortcut. Now we just hit the home button, And when we swipe in, now we have this quick shortcut to get to the apps that you want to use the most. That is called your App Edge. Now I have a separate video as well. If you want to learn how to take a screenshot on this phone, check out this link right here and it'll show you my quick video on how to take a screenshot and how to print on your Samsung A16. Okay, let's move on to number 3, which is how do I send really large files? You can record HD videos, but guess what? You really can't text those or email those because of the file size. But if you follow this little shortcut, you'll be able to send really large files super easy. Let's swipe up on the home screen and go to the gallery. And let's find a large file. Now if I go to recent, I have this video here that's a 3-minute and 23-second video. Now I'm going to hit the share button. And then I'm going to tap on quick share. Now with Samsung phones specifically, they have a really cool and useful feature built in. So when you go to quick share, you'll need to sign into a Samsung account first and make sure you do that. That's free. You have this option to create a link. What it's going to do is it's going to take your video, it's going to temporarily upload it to the Samsung cloud, and then when you tap on QR code or link, it's going to give you a shareable link that, guess what, you just hit copy URL, and then you can paste that into a text message or an email, and you can basically send that to anyone. They can download that video file and they can watch it, or you can simply just send it to yourself to your computer and easily transfer those large files and then save them onto your computer. So it's super convenient. Moving on to number 4, I want to show you how to copy text that's on your screen. Just as an example, let's say you are on a website. You're on Amazon.com. Maybe you're shopping for something and you want to copy the text that you see on the screen. Right here it says shop college must-haves. Let's say I wanted to copy the text that was on this screen. If I hold down on the home button here for 1 second, this will bring up this easy view that will allow me to highlight text. I can just tap and hold for 1 second, and then it will allow me to highlight the text on the screen. You just drag these little blue bubbles here. You want to grab the second bubble, and I can drag it down, and I can also drag it up too. And now I can highlight all the text that you see on the screen. I can copy it, hit the home button, and now let's open up our Samsung Notes. Hit get started. Let's create a brand new note. And then I'm just going to press and hold, and I'm going to paste. Press and hold, paste, and I was able to pull all the text off of that website. So imagine you're on a website and there's a whole paragraph that you want to copy. Just hold down the home button. That's all you do, and it makes all the text on the screen selectable, so you can copy it and then you can save it or you can send it to someone. So super useful, and I definitely use that one all the time. Now I want to show you guys really quick a really cool accessory that goes with this phone. This is a really basic charging dock that you just dock your phone on. It'll charge your phone. There's also a little display at the bottom. I actually keep this dock on my desk and I use it to charge my phones throughout the day. It's really inexpensive, and I'll link it on screen right here in case you want to pick up one for yourself. It'll work great as an accessory for your nightstand. Moving on to our next tip, I want to show you guys how to keep your phone moving nice and quick using the device care widget. Now I'm going to hold down on the home screen for 1 second, and then I'm going to tap on widgets, and then swipe up to device care and tap, and hold down. You have a couple of different options here. This is a really good one here, but again, you have 4 depending on how much space you have on your home screen. I'm going to hold down on this and just drag it up and drop it on my home screen. And what this does is it shows you how much of your internal storage is being used on the top, and at the bottom it shows you how much of your RAM is being taken up. When too much of your RAM is being used, the phone begins to slow down. So if you notice your phone running slow or lagging, all you have to do is tap on this little brush here, and this will optimize your phone. It will close out apps that are running in the background that could be taking up space, and it frees up that RAM so your phone begins to move nice and quick once again. This is called your device care widget, and it's such a game changer. I use it on my personal phone all the time, and it keeps my phone moving nice and quick. Now with our next tip, this is a really fun one. If you want to keep track of your steps because you're trying to just be more mindful of how active you are during the day, you'll want to tap on this button on your home screen. This is your Samsung Health widget. By tapping on this, it's going to open up Samsung Health. All you need to do is follow the prompts. It just takes a few seconds for you to set it up. And what it's going to do is, after you have the app fully set up, it's going to put a health tracker right on your home screen. So you'll be able to see how many steps you've walked throughout the day. As long as you're holding your phone, it is going to track your steps. Now, just to show you, first time you open the app, it will ask you to go to the settings and just give the app permission. So go ahead and do that. And now let's hit our home button. Now we have our health tracker that's right on the front here. And what this does is it tracks 3 different things. It tracks your steps, it tracks your active minutes, and it tracks your calories burnt. Now there's another widget as well that goes with this. Let me make some room for it. Let's hold down and make this smaller. So watch this. So this is tracking a few different things. Now we're gonna add a step tracker right here. Hold down on the home screen, tap on widgets. We're gonna go to our health app and then tap on there, and then go down to steps and just grab this first one. This is the smallest one. Put your finger on it and keep your finger on the screen for 1 second, and then drag it and drop it on your home screen. Now you have a step tracker right on your home screen, and this will give you a tracking number for throughout the day, so you can know exactly how many steps that you've walked. It's a great way to just measure how active you are. Again, this is just your steps. This is tracking your steps, your calories burnt, and your active minutes. And both of these are a shortcut that will take you into the Samsung Health app, which has a bunch of other really great, helpful health tips. If you hit the back button here, you can see this is the full app. And you can see there's a bunch of other cool data that's built in. You can have it track workouts, body composition. You can set a step goal for the day of how many steps you want to do. Medication tracker, blood pressure. There's so much in here. So take some time, explore this app, and set this up because it's great to see how many steps you walked, and it's an encouragement to keep you active. Now, if you want to take that to the next level, I would encourage you to get one of these. This is the Samsung Galaxy Watch 7. Now this is on my wrist all throughout the day, and this is great because it'll link right up with your phone. It will track your steps. It'll also track your workouts. It'll send you notifications when you get text messages, when you get emails. I can answer the phone when someone calls me. I can answer it and talk right from my watch. And it does a bunch of other really cool things as well. So this is the next level of just tracking your activity. Obviously, when you're using your phone, it's only going to track when you're holding the phone. But like when I work out, I don't hold my phone the whole time. So if you want an even more accurate depiction of how active you are, I would encourage you to pick up one of these Samsung Galaxy Watch 7s. I'll link it on screen right here. And it's awesome. I've been using it for almost a year, and it's just a great companion to have with your phone. Moving on to number 7, I want to show you how to customize your phone, how to really change the menus and make it look just more closer to your favorite colors and things that you like. So what you're going to do is just find a blank spot on the home screen, hold down for 1 second, and tap on the themes. Now this will take you to what is called the Samsung Galaxy Theme Store. The first time you open it, it will ask you to update it. And essentially this is a store that Samsung has created that has a bunch of wallpapers. It has themes, it has icon packs, it has all these different things to help you customize your phone. So at the bottom, these are the 3 categories. You have themes, wallpapers, and you have icons, okay? So for example, you can pick an icon pack and then it's gonna change all the icons that are on the phone. So that's super cool. Now, here's my pro tip. Here's how to really maximize this app without breaking your pockets. Let's say you wanna find a good wallpaper for your phone. Go to top, for the all button, tap on all and go to free. And you can sort all the options based on the free themes or free wallpapers first. I always say try to see what's free first. And if you don't find any cool free themes, then go ahead and pay for one, but check the free ones first. This one's kind of cool right here. I'm going to tap on this little mountain forest hot springs. Simply hit download, which will take literally seconds. Hit apply, press next, and then this is a preview of what the phone will look like with that. Hit done, and now we hit the home button, and now this is our new wallpaper, which is so super fun, super cool, looks so great. And that's just one of thousands of themes that are available for you to download. No, excuse me, that's not a theme, that's just a wallpaper. Now let's go back really quickly. If you want to take your customization to the even higher level, you don't want to just change the background, you want to change like everything. You want to go to themes. The themes are pretty cool because it doesn't just change the background, it changes everything. So here's an example of this. Let's select this one right here. And what's cool is you don't have to like buy it or download it to see it. You can simply just tap on the pictures and you can see this is the background. It'll come with its own custom icons, which are super cool, and swipe over. This is what your lock screen is going to look like. It's going to give you a custom lock screen. This is what your dialer will look like, your text messaging app, and your notification panel. All those are going to change when you download this theme. So that's what separates a theme from a wallpaper. A wallpaper is just the background of the phone. The theme is everything. Everything is going to change. So this is a really cool way to customize your phone and really just make it stand out and look unique to you. What's cool is they have a lot of great themes in there as well, like for sports teams. So if you're a sports person, you can find some really great themes to help cheer on your favorite team. And so far, if you're getting value out of this video, take a minute and bump that like button down below. We appreciate the support, and you hitting that like button will let YouTube know that you like the video, and it'll help them to push it out to more people and hopefully help the video be a really big success. So we appreciate your support in doing that. Let's move on to our next tip. Now this is a feature that's called Circle to Search, and this is really great, especially if you're, for example, like watching a YouTube video and you see something really cool on your screen. You can use this to circle an item on the screen and then it will find it for you. Now here's a cool example. Here's a phone on the screen. If I hold down the home button and I circle something on the screen, it will find it for you. It will tell you what it is and it will show you where you can buy it. So look, here it is. This is the Samsung Galaxy S25 and it's showing us we can buy it right on Samsung.com. It's giving us options here. So this is a really cool feature. A lot of times I'm watching a YouTube video and someone has something really cool in the background of their video. I often will use this so I can figure out what it is, what is it called, and then where can I buy it. So that is just the Circle to Search feature. Now, one quick note, if you want to expand the storage on your A26, by adding a memory card, I do have a video on that. So if you want to learn how to do that, hit this link right here and that'll show you how to install a memory card on your phone and some other really helpful tips that you'll need to know when you use a memory card as well. Now, moving on to number 9, this is a really fun feature. We're going to swipe up. Let's go to the Internet app. This is Samsung's browser, which is different from Google Chrome. And basically what this tip is you can go to any website and you can use AI to read the website to you. That's right. Let's say we went to AOL.com, and you know, one of the reasons I love AOL is because they always have like news stories. You can kind of get a snapshot of like what's going on in the world, right? So we're on AOL. Let's say I tap on this first article about Jeff Bezos. Okay, we're gonna press on the Galaxy AI button right here and tap read out loud.
Lauren Sanchez sends public message to Katy Perry as she misses her wedding to Jeff Bezos.
So now you can basically have it read the entire article out loud to you, which is super helpful. Now, you can go to just about any website, and as long as you see that Galaxy AI button and read aloud, you can have it read articles to you. Now, this is great when you're driving because maybe you have things bookmarked on your phone that you would like to read. Well, now you can just go in and just tell it to start reading, and you can listen to it while you're driving versus you trying to read it and risk getting in an accident. So super helpful feature there. Now, currently this is only available in the internet app, but I'm sure they're going to expand this to more apps so you can have other things read out loud to you, which is super helpful. Now next, I want to show you how to hide apps on your phone. Let's say, for example, you might have to pass your phone to your kids every now and then, and you don't want them opening up your Facebook and posting goofy pictures of you they've taken while they're holding your phone, right? So here's what you're gonna do. On the home screen, hold down the home screen, you're gonna tap on settings. From here, you're gonna go up to hide apps on home screen and simply select the apps you would like to hide. I'm gonna hide Facebook, let's hide DoorDash, and let's also hide Netflix. Okay, hit done, hit the home button, and now when I swipe up, my Facebook app is gone, my DoorDash is gone, and my Facebook, DoorDash, and Netflix. That's what it is. So this is how easy it is to hide apps on your phone. And when it's time to unhide them, you just follow the same process. You're gonna hold down the home button, tap on settings, swipe up and go to hide apps on home screen, and simply just hit the little, there's a minus you'll see in the corner of each app, and that will unhide them, hit done, and then you'll find them back in your app drawer right after. For our last tip, guys, I want to show you how to make this change to your notification panel. Now, in case you've missed it, Samsung did a big update on a lot of their devices, and so now when you swipe on the left side of the camera, you'll see notifications, and when you swipe to the right, you'll see your settings shortcuts, and you can basically just swipe left and right to move between these menus. But it's a little irritating, especially if you've used Samsung phones in the past and you're used to it being different. I'm going to show you how to change it back to the way it used to be on older Samsung phones. What you'll need to do is just swipe down from the top, swipe to your left, and tap on this little pencil. Go to panel settings, and then tap on together, and then hit the back button and hit done. That's it. Now, when you swipe down, it's going to show both your app shortcuts, your brightness adjuster bar right here, and your notifications. Number one, how to take a burst of pictures all at one time using what is called the burst mode. So when you're in the photo setting, instead of tapping on the shutter to take a picture, if you drag down on the button, this will activate the burst mode, and it'll take about 30 pictures at one time. This is a great setting for when you're trying to capture motion. Maybe you have someone who's playing a sport, or just have a fast moving scene and you want to try to capture the best picture as possible. Just do that swipe down and it will take 30 pictures at one time, and then you can kind of look through it and see what picture you like the best. Gives you a lot of options. I like to use this when I do a group shot, because there's often moments where half the people are smiling and half aren't. This way you get a ton of pictures at one time, and then you can sift through and find the best one afterward. Number two, I want to show you how to record what is called a palm selfie. This is a really fun feature, and it works on the front or rear camera. Basically, when you're about to take a picture, just hold your hand out in front of the camera. It'll see it, and then it will begin to count down. So watch this. I'm going to do it again, and it's counting down from 3, 2, 1. It takes a picture. Now this also works in the video setting as well. You can hold your hand up, get that 3-second count, and then it will begin recording for you. This is another one that's really great for group shots. If you have a lot of people that are going to be in that shot, you can set up your camera, and then you can just simply wave your hand or just hold your palm out wide. It'll read it, and then it will begin to count down. Now, number three, I want to show you how to record a video while you're taking pictures. What does that mean? Well, right now I'm just snapping pictures, right? I'm snapping pictures, and if I want to record a video, I have to tab over the video first, and then I press the red button to start the video. Well, you might be snapping a picture of something, and then all of a sudden something really interesting happens. If you want to capture a video instantly, all you've got to do is hold down on that shutter button. So you're tapping, you're taking pictures, and then if you hold, it'll automatically start recording a video. And as long as you keep your finger on that button, it will keep recording. Now, if I drag up to that little lock, it'll now lock it, and then it will keep recording without me having to touch the button. So this is a cool way to activate the video faster than trying to swipe over to the video setting and then tap the button. Just press and hold on the shutter button, and then it will start recording that video for you. Moving on to our next tip, when you're recording a video, so we hit that red button to record our video, something interesting could be happening while you're recording the video, and you might say to yourself, gosh, I really wish I could stop and take a still picture of what I'm looking at while I'm recording. Well, if you tap on this shutter button to the left here, this will allow you to take stills while the camera is recording the video. So now you get both, the best of both worlds. You get video and you get pictures. Moving on to our next tip, if you want to record higher quality video, higher than 1080p, basically in the upper right corner, you want to tap on this little icon here. Right now it says HD 30. If we tap on that, this is how you access the higher recording qualities. So FHD, that is full HD, full 1080p. You can switch between 30 frames per second or 60. And then you can even jump up even higher and record up to 4K using UHD. So you would tap there, go to UHD, and you can record up to 4K 30 frames. So that's how you toggle between those settings. One thing to keep in mind is that the higher you raise that video quality, the more space it will take up. So I encourage you to pick up a memory card for this phone, because expanding that storage will give you a lot of extra space to record those nice high quality 4K video files. I'll link on screen right here to some great memory card options that will allow you to record in that 4K and give you just tons of extra space. All right. Now for our next tip, I want to show you how to take cleaner and crisper pictures. Now, right now, we are taking a picture and there's just a leaf and this little cooler right in the back here. And if you want to focus in on a certain section of your picture, all you have to do is tap. Basically, show the phone exactly where you want it to focus in. If this is the focal point of your picture, simply tap on that section first. The phone will adjust the lighting and the focus to lock onto that certain spot. I guess what? I can tap back here on this picture, and then it will make this the focal point. It'll adjust the lighting and the focus to that section. This is really great when you're maybe taking a picture and someone is not right in the center of the picture. Maybe they're off to the side because you're trying to capture them and maybe like a piece of scenery. If you tap on the person, you're telling the camera focus in on this section so that you make sure the person in the shot is getting the best clarity for the picture. Now, one more thing, sometimes your photos are too dark and you're trying to make them brighter. And so to do this, find a spot on your picture that is dark and tap on it. If I tap on this part, I have a little screen in the back here. If I tap on this, it's actually going to make the picture brighter because I'm tapping on a dark spot of the picture. Now, conversely, if I switch and I tap on this part of the picture that's very bright, it will actually dim down. It'll make it darker. So that's how you manipulate the light of your picture. You tap on either something really light or really dark, and then you'll see big adjustments in the lighting. Now also, if I tap on something and I hold, you'll see this yellow lock that'll show up on the screen. And you're basically telling the camera, I want you to not only focus on this, I want you to lock onto that one thing so that no matter what happens, this section of my picture is always clear. All right. Now, one more thing you can do, you can tap on something and then you can drag left and right from this little sun. You'll see a little sun right here. And I can drag from there and I can manually control the white balance. So now I'm making things really bright, or I can take it down the other way and I can make it really dark. So that's how you manually can adjust. And then if you, so you'll bring it there and then you'll tap on that little lock. If you lock it, you'll lock the lighting in place so that it won't change. So these are just some more advanced ways to manipulate the lighting to really capture the picture that you want. Sometimes the phone is trying to make a lot of adjustments for you to get the best shot, but you can manually override it just by tapping and then using that little sun to get the lighting just how you want it to be. All right. Now, so far, guys, if you're getting value out of this video, take a minute, stop and bump that like button down below. And that'll just be your way of saying, hey, thanks, Wayne, for making this video for us. And that also tells YouTube you like the video, and then they'll push it out to more people. Now, moving on to our next tip. If you have a Samsung Galaxy Watch, guess what? If it's paired to your phone, you can swipe up and you can go to the camera. There's a little camera icon. And with that camera, you can basically use your watch as a remote control for your phone. By me tapping on that little camera, I can snap and I can tell my phone when to start recording video, or I can tell it when to snap still pictures. So using your watch as a remote. Now, if you don't have one of these and you want to look into them, I'll leave a link on screen right here. There's a lot of great models of this watch. This is the Watch 7. 44 millimeter. It has the best battery life of the two models, and I wear it literally every single day, and it's great for workout tracking. And you can also even use it to ping your phone. If you lose your phone, you can ping it right from the watch. So really cool little accessory there. If you don't have one, look into them. I've been happy with mine, and it might be a good add-on to go with your phone. Now, moving on to our next tip. So we've gone over a lot of like camera tips, specifically things you can do within the camera, but now I want to jump over to the gallery because I want to show you some additional tips that have to do with the photos after you take them. So let's swipe up and we're going to go to our gallery folder. Now let's go to one of our pictures. There's a picture we took right there. So let's say, if you notice, I took a lot of the same picture, multiples. Now, you might take a bunch of pictures and then you want to go through and kind of figure out what are your favorite ones. Let's say you like this one, and this one. If you hold down that picture for 1 second, you'll see this grid come up and little bubbles pop up next to each picture, and you can simply select the ones you like the best. Next, you'll want to tap on the 3 dots and you'll want to add them to favorites. Now, by doing that, once we back out, it's going to create a favorites folder and put all your favorite pictures in that one section. So this is a really great feature to help you sort through lots of pictures. You might have taken hundreds of pictures one day. You'll want to go in and just start favoriting them. And that's going to help for you to just narrow down the best ones. And then you from there figure out what you want to post, what you want to send, and et cetera, et cetera. So that is favoriting pictures and then having them automatically get moved, a copy moved into the favorites folder. Now, for our next tip, I want to show you how to share really large video files. Now, we talked about recording in 4K, and that's awesome. But the problem with that is you can't text someone a 4K video file. You also can't email it either. It makes it really challenging when you want to send that video to someone, or even you want to send it to your computer. So watch this. I have this video here that's 3 minutes and 23 seconds. If I want to share this, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tap and hold on it for 1 second, and it's going to basically check the box for that picture. And then I'm going to tap share. From here, I'm going to tap on quick share. Now, you'll have this option here that says QR code or link. Now, if you don't have that option on screen, it simply means you haven't signed into a Samsung account yet. And if you haven't, you should see a pop-up that's asking you, hey, sign to your Samsung account. It's free to sign up for it, and it unlocks additional features on your phone. So just go ahead and sign up for it. It definitely is worth the couple extra minutes to sign up for it. And it's going to give you this option that you can tap for QR code or link. When you tap it, it's going to give you a shareable link that you can copy. Copy this link. Basically, what's happening is it's taking that video file, it's uploading it temporarily to Samsung's cloud for 3 days, and then it gives you that shareable link that you can then take and you can text or email to your family and friends, or even to yourself, and then anyone with that link can go in and they can download that file that you've just sent. So here's how it works. I'm going to go to Google Chrome. I'm going to pretend like someone just sent me this link, and I'm just going to tap and I'm going to hold and paste that link into the browser here. So this is what the folks are going to see on the other end. There's the video file. I'm going to tap on download. Now guess what? This is a 4K 3-minute video file. It's 1.23 gigs. So I can take this file, it's uploaded to the cloud. I can now download it, and then I'll be able to view it right from my phone or my computer. Again, whoever you send the link to, wherever they open it, once they download it, they'll be able to look at that link. This also works if you want to send lots of picture files at one time. Let me show you. So let's hit the home button, swipe up and go back to our gallery. Now let's say I want to select all these pictures and I want to send all these at one time. I'm going to hold down the first picture, and I can either hit all, but then that's going to select more than those couple of files, or I can do this, hold on the first picture for 1 second and then drag down, and then it will begin to select more pictures. As long as you keep your finger on the screen, you can drag and select multiple pictures at one time. I believe here we have 12, 16, we have 24 files that we have selected. I can now hit share, and then I can hit quick share, and then tap on QR code or link. It's going to take those 24 files, put them in a folder, upload them to Samsung Cloud, and then I'm going to take that link, I'm going to text it out to my friends and family and say, hey, here are the pictures from our gathering, and then everyone will be able to take them and download them. Now, remember, they're only in the cloud for like 2 to 3 days, so tell people, hey, I'm going to send you the pictures, download them right now, because these are going to disappear after a few days. Everyone can take it, download it, and then it leaves the cloud after those 2 or 3 days. So really convenient way to just share out a lot of files at one time. Okay, next, let's go over the object eraser. This is a really fun feature if you're trying to remove things or people from a picture. I'm gonna just select this picture at the top here and tap on this center button. This is the Galaxy AI button, and this will analyze the picture, and then you can tap on object eraser, and then you can select different things out of the picture you want to remove. For example, I have this shadow here. This is actually a shadow from one of my filming lights. So I'm going to circle that. It's going to select that area, and then so now it knows. It's using AI to try to decide what you're trying to focus on, and it got it correctly. It got that light. I'm just going to hit the eraser, give it a few seconds, and then guess what? It just took that light shadow out of the picture altogether. And I could even do something bigger, like I can circle this thing in the middle of the table here, and same thing, hit erase, give it a few seconds, and it just pulled it out. Now, because of the shadow, it still kept the shadow around it, but everything else is gone. We could probably try to go back in one more time and see if we can even remove the shadow. Let's try that. And hit erase. And it still kind of left a little drag. So play around with it. It works really great, specifically when you're trying to remove people or like really blatant objects from your pictures. But yeah, super cool. We are able to take some things out of our picture and just clean it up a bit. So after that, you're going to hit save, and then that will lock it right in for you. Now, for the next tip, I want to show you how to turn on your flash. So when you're taking a picture, or excuse me, when you're taking a video, if you actually want to keep the rear light on while you're recording, you simply need to come up here. This is the flash icon, this little lightning icon. Tap on that and switch over to the one all the way to the right. This will turn the light on, and that way, when you go to start recording your video, the light will automatically be on, and then it will give you some extra light. Now, this works great at night when you're trying to just light up an area, or just if you're trying to focus in on a subject, you'll have that rear light as just some extra lighting for the picture. Now, let's go ahead and turn that off. Video, and notice it is yellow when it's turned on, and then as we switch it over, it's not going to be yellow anymore. So that's kind of how you'll know. Now, same thing for just taking a basic picture. You want to control the flash. We're going to tap on that lightning, and if you see a slash over it, it means the flash is turned off. This is automatic, which means the camera will try to decide when it needs it and it doesn't. And if you jump over all the way to the right, this option will basically turn it on and it'll force the flash to work on every single picture you take. So I normally keep it off. The phone actually does really well taking pictures, and so you normally don't need that extra flash, but again, that's how you control it if you would like to use it. How to install a memory card in your Samsung Galaxy A26. Let's go ahead and get started. And on the box of your phone, you'll see a tool that looks like this. This is called a SIM ejector tool, and this is what is used to pop out the tray so that we can put in this micro SD card. Okay, so your tray is going to be on the left side of the phone. We're just going to insert it like this and give it a push. There's our tray. Now this is where your phone SIM card goes with your service. And then here we will basically put the card in, and all you're trying to do is fit it plush in the slot. Okay, now if I tilt it sideways like this, you should not see it sticking out at all. All right. And a good test is if you turn it over and it doesn't fall out, you're probably in good shape. So now let's take it and let's just insert it back. And be careful because as I bent it, it essentially popped out. So let's try again. Give it a good push. And very carefully hold and slide back into that slot. And I'm just sort of pressing as I go. And it should slide right in, okay? If you try to put it back in and it doesn't seem like it's going in smooth, then take it out and make sure that it's totally flat first, because you don't want to mess up that slot. Very important slot. Again, that's the slot where your carrier SIM card goes and your micro SD card. So you just want to be really careful. So, okay, our next step is we're going to swipe down from the top of the screen, and you should see this pop-up that says SD card inserted. So that is your sign that the phone is reading your memory card properly. Very important. Now, before I move forward, I just want to make a quick point. Make sure you're buying quality memory cards. You don't want to buy off-brand or aftermarket with memory cards. Go with a quality brand, because sometimes they're not read in all phones, or they will work for a few weeks and then they'll stop working. So I like to stick with Samsung, SanDisk, P&Y, Seagate. Those are usually the top brands when it comes to memory cards. If you've never heard of the brand, I would probably stay away from it, just because you don't want to have any issues with the card. So now that we can see our card is inserted and the phone is reading it, the next step is we want to go to our settings. So swipe down from the top of the screen. In the upper right corner, you'll see the settings wheel. Tap on that settings wheel. You'll want to swipe down and go to the device care section, and then go to storage. Now on the first page, you will see your internal storage, and it will say internal storage. And when you swipe to the left, it'll switch to your SD card storage. So this is how you can see how much storage is the total card and how much is currently being used. So this card is currently, it's a 128 gig micro SD card, and 55% of that card is already being used. So I already have 71 gigs that are being taken up, but I still have, 128 minus 71, I still have that left. So this is where you can go to monitor how much space you have left, and you always want to try to keep that card with plenty of space. Now, the next step is we're going to hit our home button. We're going to go to the camera, because we want to change the settings so that when you take pictures and videos, instead of them saving on the internal storage, you want them to be saved to the micro SD card. You always want to keep your phone storage freed up and have plenty, because, if you want to download an app, or if there's a big update on the phone, you need that space. If you don't have it, the phone runs slower, and then you can't download certain things, and it's a sort of a chain reaction of downward spiraling that can basically stop the phone from working well. So open the camera right after you install the memory card, and you'll see a pop-up that should come up and ask you if you want to change where the pictures are saved. Now, the pop-up did not come up, which is fine. We're going to go to the settings. First, tap on this button here. and then tap on settings, and then we'll swipe up and go to storage location. Currently it says internal storage. We're going to tap and just change it to SD. Okay, next I want to show you how to move pictures from the internal storage of your phone over to the micro SD card. So some of you guys might have purchased a memory card because your storage is already full and you're just trying to free up space. So here's what you're going to do. Swipe up and go to your Samsung folder. And here you'll go to My Files. Now, you'll have under storage, you'll have internal storage and you'll have SD card. Go to internal storage. Go to DCIM. Now, it's a folder you'll see on every phone, and it's basically where your camera always saves pictures. It's always in the DCIM folder. Now, let's go to camera, and these are all the pictures right now that are saved on the internal storage of the phone. Okay, first, let's tap on the three dots and go to view, and let's change it to grid. When you change it to grid, it makes it a bit easier for you to see the pictures. Now, you can move some pictures or all the pictures. It's up to you. I'm going to show you how to move some, and then I'll show you how to take all. So if we hold down on just one picture for 1 second, you'll see little bubbles are going to pop up next to each picture. Now, the easiest way to take every picture and just select it is tap on the all button in the corner here. This selects all the pictures that are currently in this folder. And then from there, you can simply just hit the move button down here, and then we'll move it over to the memory card. Now, if you only want to take a few pictures, I can hold down on this one picture and then I can randomly go through and select certain ones. In most cases, it's better to just move everything, but this would be how you would just move some. So we selected a couple, and then we would hit the move button right here. Now I'm going to go to the corner and hit all because I want to take all the pictures on the phone and I just want to put them on the memory card. Now I'm going to tap on the move button. You don't want to hit copy because if you hit copy, it's going to keep a copy on the internal storage and then it'll put the other copy on the memory card. We want to permanently move them, not just put a copy on the memory card. So tap on move, and from here where it says internal storage, tap there and then tap on SD card and then go to DCIM, and then we're going to hit move here. And now it's going to take all 92 pictures and move them from the internal storage over to the SD card. This way, you're actually freeing up space on your phone. And hopefully, if your phone is full, this will help to free up enough space for it to begin to move nice and smooth and quick. So that is the process of moving pictures and videos over to that memory card. I'll make sure to link on screen right here to some good memory card recommendations if you want to get a memory card for your phone. All right, all of our pictures are now moved. Now, the very last thing that I want to show you is how to back up your data to a micro SD card. Now, this can be done for many different reasons. If you were about to get rid of this phone and you wanted to back up the data first before you got rid of it, this is one thing you could do. Swipe up, go to your Samsung folder, and look for the Smart Switch app. Hit more, continue, more, allow, and then you'll tap on the memory card icon in the upper right corner, and it's going to ask where you want to back up your data. You're going to hit SD card. It'll scan the phone and look through all the files and see what things it would need to back up. And then it's going to check to make sure you have enough room on the memory card. And it's going to give you an option to select. If you don't want to move everything, you just want to move certain things. Normally, most people just hit everything, hit next, and then it will begin to back up all your data to the memory card. I'm going to stop it for now because I don't want to finish the process. Some people, as a practice, will buy a large memory card and they will basically put it in their phone once every other month, and they will back up all their data, and then they will take that memory card out and stick it in the drawer. And the reason for this is because if your phone is ever lost, you lose a lot of information. But just by backing up your data, once a month or once every 2 months, that's going to back up everything from your text messages, your call logs, app data. It's backing everything up on the phone. So as a practice, this is a great way to sort of save your data, especially if you're someone who tends to lose their phone a lot, or you have really important information on your phone that you don't want to lose. I would encourage you to back it up to a memory card. In the video today, we're going over how to take a screenshot and how to print on the Samsung Galaxy A26. Let's get into it. So the easiest way to do this is holding down on the power and the volume down button, just like this. 1, 2, 3, hold, let it go. You'll see a flash on the screen. If you tap on the little image, it will take you right to the options to be able to edit it using their gallery app. Now, I don't really like that in terms of the editing, so I'm going to show you one more time a different way to do it. Power, volume down, press, let it go. Tap on the crop button at the bottom here, and you can just crop it right on screen. Now with this, I can drag from the corners, and I can crop the area that I want the screenshot to focus on. I can also write on the screen if I want to with one of these little pins here. I can erase that later like this. And when I'm all done, I can share it out using this button here, or simply hit the drop down arrow here to save it in my gallery. Now let's swipe up, go to the gallery, and that's where your picture is going to be saved. It's going to create a folder called screenshots, and you'll see all the screenshots taken right there. Now, this was the picture that we cropped down. Let's say I want to print this picture or any other picture in my gallery. All I have to do is first make sure I'm connected to Wi-Fi. So my Wi-Fi is turned on, and I see my Wi-Fi icon in the upper right corner, so I know I'm connected. So that's the first thing. The second thing is make sure you have a wireless printer that is connected to your network. If you don't have a wireless printer and you need one because you would like to print from your phone, I'll link one on screen right here. I'm going to tap on the share button. I'm going to tap on the 3 dots in the upper right corner and go down to print. And at the top here, you can go to select a printer or tap on this drop down arrow to the right. And I have 2 printers that are on my network right now. One is a Canon and one is an Epson. I'm going to tap on the Epson. I'm a big fan of Epson printers because they're very simple to set up, and I've had the best experience in terms of just using them with mobile phones. I'm currently using the Epson XP4200, but any printer in their XP series should work just fine. I'm going to tap on the print button here, press OK, and it will need to install a little bit more software, and then after that, it's going to send it right to my printer and print out my picture. So that's how you print your screenshot or any picture on the phone. Now, I also want to show you how to print from an email and print from a website. So let's go over that next. I'm going to open up the Gmail app here, and let's pull up an email, and I want to show you the same process. Google, Gmail. Now let's say I want to print this picture from the Google Play Store. I'm going to go to the upper right corner, tap on the 3 dots, come down to print. You'll see that same button, and the printer that I previously selected should automatically populate at the top. If not, you know how to get to it using that drop down. You can also tap on this drop down arrow here to access some additional options. For example, if you want to make more than one copy, you can do that here. You can change from color, black and white. You can also change the orientation. So you have a lot of extra options you can access with the printer. And this one is ready to go. I'll just tap on that little button to send it to the printer. The last thing I want to show you how to do is printing from a website. All right, so we're on Amazon's website here, and let's just say I want to print out this keyboard or this Fire Max 11 that also has a keyboard, whatever. I want to print this page because I want to show it to someone. Go to the upper right corner, tap on these 3 dots. You will not see a print button in this menu, but if you tap on share, which is one extra step, you'll then see a print button right here. And that's how easy it is to print from a web page. We'll tap on print, and it'll bring us to the same menu. And here, One thing I want you to pay attention to is it'll always show you how many pages it's about to print. Here it says 1 of 12. And you might go through here and say, I don't want to print all these pages. This is too many. So you can always uncheck a page by just tapping on the check in the bottom right corner. And you can do that. Or you can hit the drop down and under the select range, you can just change this and say, hey, I just want to print the first page. No problem. Now it'll only print that first page. You'll then tap on the print button right here and it will send it off to the printer. Welcome into the video. I'm your tech guy Wayne, and today I want to show you how to soft reset your Samsung Galaxy A26 if the screen freezes or the touch screen is not working properly. What you're going to do is hold down on the power button and the volume down button until the screen shuts off, just like this. Power, volume down, 1, 2, 3, hold. You might see it go to this screen. Continue to hold the buttons until the screen goes completely dark, just like that. Once it does that, let go of the buttons and give the phone a couple of minutes. And what you've done is just triggered what's called a forced restart. It's going to turn the phone off, turn it back on again, and this usually will give the software time to reboot. And if it's a software issue you're having and that's what's causing the phone to glitch, this should fix the issue. However, if your touchscreen is cracked or damaged in any areas, then this may not fix that. It depends on what state your phone is in. But if your touchscreen is like mine, it's totally fine. It's probably software related. And by this, shutting the software down and turning it back on, this should fix the issue that you have. All right. Now, if this does not fix your issue and your touchscreen is still super glitchy and not working properly, then I would encourage you to find a local cell phone repair shop, have them take a look at the phone and give you, hopefully diagnose the screen and give you a quote on what it will cost to replace the screen, because at that point you probably have a damaged screen and you probably need to have it replaced. Welcome into the video. I'm your tech guy Wayne, and today I want to show you how to reset your Samsung Galaxy A26 back to factory settings. This will erase all data and set the phone up like a brand new phone. Let's start with swiping up on the home screen and going to the settings app. Swipe up and go to accounts and backup. From here, go to manage accounts, and we need to first tap on any and all Google accounts and simply hit remove account. If you have multiple Google accounts, make sure you remove all of them. Next, select your Samsung account and make sure you remove that as well. Hit sign out. It will ask you to put in your passcode before you can do it, so make sure you put in your passcode or do the one-time email verification. After you've signed out your Google account and your Samsung account, we're going to go back one page to accounts and backup here and go to reset. From here, you're going to tap on factory data reset. Now keep in mind, when you do the reset, it's going to remove all the data off of your phone. So if you haven't backed it up yet, make sure you back up all your data first. Tap on reset. You'll need to put in whatever your PIN code was for the phone. And then you're going to hit delete all. Now once you hit this, it's going to erase all the data off of the phone. So make sure you have transferred all your data to a new phone or backed it up to a memory card first before doing the reset. If you don't know how to back it up to a memory card, I have a video I can link to right here. At the end of that video, it'll show you how to back up all your data to a micro SD memory card before you do this, because again, once we hit this button, all the information is going to be wiped from the phone and it will be set up like a brand new phone. All right. So we've just triggered the factory reset. One important note, your phone needs to be at 30% battery or more. If not, it will not let you trigger the factory reset. So make sure your phone is charged up before you start this process, or it won't even let you start. From this point, it'll take anywhere from 2 minutes to 5 minutes for it to erase all your data, and then to set the phone up like a brand new phone. You will know the process is complete because it will take you to a welcome screen, and then it will ask you to select a language. Hope you guys found this helpful. If it was, bump that like button down below. If you're not already a subscriber, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more videos. You'll find 2 helpful videos here and here. Check out those next. Thanks again for watching. Take care, and as always, have a good one.